What's good, everybody, man? I hope everybody having a good Sunday afternoon, man. I want to talk a little bit more about LeBron James in particular in this video. Um, Once again, a tremendous performance individually by LeBron James in the Game 7. And I believe LeBron James is his teams, I should say, are 5-2 in Game 7s. And his team's won 5 straight Game 7s. I believe he has the highest points per game average in Game 7s in NBA history. And I know a lot of people are really hard on LeBron James because of how he came into the league. And what I mean by how he came into the league was he was announced as the chosen one. It was a lot of hype, a lot of buzz surrounding LeBron James, even before he was drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers #1 overall a decade and a half back. He was on the scene, a junior in high school. I mean, the dude was on Sports Illustrated, man. Like, it was a lot of buzz. He was going to be the next big thing, man. And a lot of comparisons to Michael Jordan. A lot of people consider him as the GOAT. I believe that is debatable, but I mean, that's another story for another day. But I know a lot of people are hard on LeBron James when it comes to quote unquote clutch moments, but we got to take a step back and actually sit back and say, is LeBron James more clutch than people are giving him credit for? Now, I know a lot of people give him a hard time because of the especially the 2011 NBA Finals, when I thought and many others thought that the Miami Heat, even though they were only a year in together, the big three, him, Bosh, and Wade, that they were pretty heavily favorites to beat the Dallas Mavericks, and they came up, let's just say, more than short. And LeBron James had one of the worst playoff performances in the NBA Finals from a superstar player that we've ever seen. I mean, I still can't believe it. But we gotta think back. Ever since that moment, LeBron James, for the most part, I mean, there's been a little bit lapses here and there, but for the most part, man, LeBron James has played and rise to the occasion in some of the biggest games, man. You got to give this man his credit, man. You might not like some of the antics. You might think he's a diva and all this other stuff, but at the end of the day, man, this guy shows up, he plays, man. He shows up and he balls. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 5 straight Game 7s where his team is victorious, and he's the lead of why they're winning these games. And then you want to talk about the clutch moments. LeBron James has hit several game-winning jump shots at the end of the playoff games. Just recently, this series, previous back the Chicago Bulls series, where that was a huge shot that really turned that series around. That was a pivotal. I believe it was I want to say it was Game 3 or Game 4. I'm not sure which one it was. It's been forgot, but he hit it was on the road in Chicago, hit that big corner shot, the Orlando Magic shot. He hit in the playoffs. I mean, he's hit countless big game-winning jump shots, man. I think LeBron James is a very good in the game pressure shooter when he has to take one or two dribbles and he has to fire a shot off. When he gets down to having a bunch of time left on the clock and he has to dribble, he's not as effective. He does make the right basketball plays. He gets criticized because a lot of people sit there and say, well, Jordan would have done that and Kobe wouldn't have done that. But I believe LeBron James, the reason that he's so great, and a lot of people don't realize it and they're going to miss him when he's gone, is that he puts so much pressure on the defense because you really don't know what he's going to do at the end of the games. He truly does make the right basketball play. And I know a lot of people criticized LeBron James last year and I did too, for kicking it out to Kyle Korver. It was a 2-1 series, and Golden State had a the lead in the series, and LeBron James was driving, kicked it out to an open Kyle Korver, and he missed it. Now, if Kyle Korver would have made that shot, a lot of us, including myself, probably wouldn't have gave him a hard time for kicking it out to Kyle Korver. But he was wide open. He just missed the shot. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people view clutchness different. Is it the very last shot? Is it the go-ahead tying shot to tie the game? I mean, there's different ways of terminating clutch. A lot of times a guy can play bad for three and a half quarters and show up the final 7-8 minutes of the game and really help his team get over that hump. But for the most part, man, we watch these game sevens and a lot of these big time games. LeBron James shows up for majority of the games, man. Gotta give this man his credit, man. Whether y'all like this dude or not, whether he's your favorite player or not, at the end of the day, man, LeBron James, he's that dude, man. So he's gonna be sorely missed once he hangs up his basketball cleats, man. But that's all I have to say about this, man. LeBron James is more clutch, man, than a lot of people are giving this dude credit for.